Hi, my name is Alec Dixon. I'm one of the co-founders of SC Labs. For the past 6 years now, we've been partnered with the Emerald Cup, and we've been providing them with testing and analytics to help them with their competition.
At one point we decided that it was a critical importance to get the THC and the CBD and cannabinoids and stuff down, which has evolved into the terps, the terpenes, and pesticide, microbial, and all the other tests we're doing now to ensure that the judges get clean product and that the contest is run in the right manner.
Last year was the first year we actually tested for pesticides for the Emerald Cup. They decided to use any positive detection as a failure and disqualified those samples.
And this year, with the new instrumentation that we at SC Labs have implemented and developed, we're now going to be about 1,000 times more sensitive.
Last year we had a less sensitive test than we're going to have this year. So the general population of samples that we saw come through the lab were positive for pesticide about 40% of the time. The Emerald Cup did a lot better, and the contestants were tested positive for pesticides at about a 15 to 20% failure rate. So while it was much lower than the general population, it was still enough to cause somewhat of a concern among the contestants.
It's very important to me, for my family and everybody in my life, to be organic and live an organic lifestyle, and so the cup just started that way and it's never changed.
Any detection of a residual pesticide is an immediate disqualification from the Emerald Cup.
For our old pesticide assay, we're only looking at 12 different analytes. We broadly call them pesticides, but they include pesticides, fungicides, and plant growth regulators.
To cater to the market demands, we've expanded our pesticide testing capability, both in terms of the number of analytes that we test for, and we've also made a significant increase in the sensitivity and reporting limits of the instruments.
With our new test, we're seeing about a 50 to 60% positive detection rate with the general samples. We're hoping that the positive detection rate for the Emerald Cup samples actually goes down now that there's increased awareness about pesticides among the entrants. But we definitely have a much more sensitive test, and we expect there to be some people who actually test positive for pesticides.
Up until this point, many people have thought that they've been growing organically, not realizing that some of the products they've been using contain banned pesticides in them.
Pesticide use in and of itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. Many crops are grown with the use of pesticides. But with the new regulations, the entire California crop is going to have to be grown without the use of these banned pesticides. While this transition may be difficult for some, it's certainly attainable, and SC Labs is here to help.
And it is really important because we really want zero in there. We don't want any. There's no reason for people to get medicine or for our environment to be harmed. It's critically important to grow an organic product.
With extract makers, the issue is much more important. With farmers, it's pretty cut and dry. Either they used the pesticide or they didn't. With extract makers, they run trim from so many different sources that if they get one batch in there that's contaminated with pesticides, now they're contaminating subsequent batches unless they clean their equipment very thoroughly.
And so like with Colorado, when they found that, all of a sudden clean shake and small bud trim and stuff started becoming worth $500 a pound for clean organic material because there was so little of it. Well, it's the same thing that happened up in the Triangle last year. People were fighting over the clean material because there was so little of it. When you only have 20%, it makes that 20% very valuable.
While we hope that none of the Emerald Cup entrants test positive for pesticides, we know that this probably won't be the case. But we hope that if you do test positive for pesticides, you can use this as a learning experience for increased regulations in 2018.